everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 15 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series on Enigmatica. Hey look, lava. Sweet. I'm in the nether looking for a little lava setup here. I think we found about where I'm going to want to hook up my ranged pump to do some lava draining. A little bit of lava draining in our future, clearly. Last episode we talked about our plans, and I'm just gonna recap that real quick for y'all. Woo! Love these boots. They're the best. We made a house, which was nice. It's a beautiful house. It's very original. I don't think anybody's ever made a house like it, including me. And, then we decided that we want to get into some refined storage stuff, right? And maybe I just want to turn on my magnet real quick. Alright, let's see if we can get a ranged pump happening here. So essentially what I want is my ranged pump to sit here, above the lava. And then I'm going to want a magmator here. So I want to get power generation, courtesy of lava-based power, which is a nice early game one, obviously. And then, what I'm going to do is pump lava back to our base, so we can power a refined storage system, so we can have refined storage, so that we have a nice storage location, because sorting into things in the chests is getting tedious for me. And I, just want to get into refined storage, so that's what we're doing today. So first things first, a little bit of lava into the magmator, which should then immediately be producing power, which is immediately filling this dude up, who's now scanning, and theoretically, he's automatically dumping his lava into an adjacent inventory, which is the magmator. How cool is that? Look, it's storing the lava. So all the lava that the ranged pump is accumulating, and you can see he's got some lava in him. And then I'm going to pop down an ender tank here, and he'll start filling up with lava, which is super cool. So 3.5 buckets worth already. So in theory, what should happen now, and tell me I didn't build this on a chunk border. I didn't. Yay, good job me. One of these days I'll do that, but today I lucked out. Alright, so chunk loading. So this area is now chunk loaded, which means that we can leave and come back and he'll continue filling up with lava. Yes, this is the Direwolf20 area. That's looking good. So basically, what I expect to happen is this guy will fill up with energy, right? 100,000 FE. He's on his way. This guy's producing a very small amount of RF, right? Or FE, whatever you want to call it. And eventually he'll back stuff, right? So this guy's going to fill up now-ish. Okay, and then once he fills up with RF or FE, this guy's going to start filling up. Once he's full, then the, we'll cut down on the lava usage here, and then all lava being generated will go directly into the ender tank. Looks pretty good, right? And we've got 2,600 millibuckets or so of lava, 36, 46, beautiful. So, hey, this is working out. So we've got infinite lava now. Well, not infinite, but it'll last a while, right? Right. So let's pop home and get another magmator set up back at the base. So here we are, and this is still my, home location, but I do have a new base set up here, and what I'm going to do is slowly move myself out of the hole in the ground that I've got. I'd like to first set up the Powah-based stuff, though. So I think my basement should be where I have my Powah crafting, and my magmators and any other power generation storage, and then we can have, like I traditionally do, have this be like a machines room, this be like a miscellaneous machines room, this be my basic living quarters, and we'll have like a hole in the wall here that'll be, the, whatchamacallit? The refined storage node. Kind of like I traditionally have set up, right? Like, Dyer has his base, he likes his base, it's the way it works, and Dyer's happy with his base. There's no need to change his base. So I think today, first things first, let's get a destruction gadget. Booyah. So we can go clear out a basement, and that would be a good time. So destruction gadget, I think I made it require an ender pearl, is that right? 2 ender pearls. Why would I do such a thing? That's all the ender pearls I've got. That's all the ender pearls I got. What'd I do? 2 redstone and a lapis, and then some iron. Not a big deal. And destruction gadget is in my future. Nice. And then I can charge that bad boy up in our energy cell that we've got here. And then we can clear out a basement. That sound cool? I like the plan. I like it. And are elevators in this pack? They probably are, but they usually require ender pearls, which we now don't have any more of, which is a shame. But that's okay, because I've got a sword that kills things really quickly and also has fortune on it. So shouldn't be too much of a problem to get myself more ender pearls next time it's dark, which is a long way away because we just slept through the night. Life goes on. I should really get some more wool as well, because I know I'm low on that. So I'm going to go shear some sheep real quick. In preparation of making an elevator, we're also going to need the ender pearls. Maybe I'll wait till nighttime, because I really want the elevators before I start clearing out a basement. Hark! I spy an enderman on my map. Now, let's go. Oh yeah, that's what's up. 2 ender pearls! Booyah! I'm just going to slaughter a few more mobs while it's nighttime. Only on account of the fact that I haven't been hunting for mobs in a while. I think most mob drops I'm fine on. Wow, this sword is amazing. But I could always use more ender pearls, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Alright, back in a minute after I catch a few more. Alright, healthy amount of mob drops here. Looking good. Including a few ender pearls, which is not too shabby. And the wool that I needed to make the 2 elevators that we want. So, always a classic. The elevator mod. I literally just absolutely one of my favorite mods and blocks. Hey, look, we've got stuff happening over here. What's up, dudes? Alright, what do you got for me, wandering trader? You'll trade me a crocodile egg from Alex's mob. Insulated plate from Tetra. Oh, that's cool. Neat. Alright. Wow, he ran really far away. Fun. Anyway, let's get back to stuffing things. So, let's clear out a basement. Where do I usually have my basement elevator? Is it usually in this corner? I think so. So would that be a tall enough basement? Or should I go 1 deeper? 1 deeper is probably not a terrible idea. Can I access that? No. Can I access that? Yes. So it's enough to be able to hit the blocks, but I can't place blocks without jumping. So maybe here is where I want to be. And if it's a little dark, it'll light up soon, I promise. Cool. So that'll be up and down. And that should be fine. And that way I can place things on the roof. Ooh. Without a problem. Okay. Thought I heard a Enderman teleport, but maybe I'm crazy. Oh, I see what it did. Okay. Remove camouflage. That's what I was like, why did that block be acting funny like that? But that's okay. Not a big deal. Let's light up what I'm doing here just so you guys can see a little bit. And if I decide to clear 1 more space downwards, it won't hurt nothing. So what I want to do then is we want to go and down 1, up 4 and down 1 and depth of 1. Let's just anchor that and make sure that looks good. Yes, cool. And then we want to go to the right 16 and we want to go to the depth 16 and go. Sweet. Oh, look, it's a mining cave where I've been mining. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. All right, so this guy, a depth of 1, confirm and go. Sweet. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We're going to have to do something with the flooring in here, obviously, and maybe even the roofing. But you can see we've got the foundations of a foundation. A little bit of a basement happening. Yeah, I like this. I like this height, actually. I like being able to place right on the ceiling, and that's good enough for me. Yep, 100% down with that. Neat. Now let's see how. What position are we at if we're standing here? 70? Is that, or no? 301. 301 on the Z. So this is 301. Oh, wow, that's perfect, actually. It's perfect. So if I were to break you, yeah, literally perfect basement. Loving it. All right, I'll off camera at some point get the basement floor fixed. Maybe now, real quick. I guess I could do that. I guess I could do that. Problem is lack of stone. Let's see, what do we got for a lot of material here? We've got a lot of weathered limestone. We've also got a lot of marble, to be fair. We've got a healthy amount of marble. But the weathered limestone, what can I do with you? You're from Create. Okay, cool. So there's quite a few. That might not be a bad basement flooring thing. Let's charge you up real quick. Let's get a building and exchanging gadget. And yeah, I like the idea of weathered limestone just because I have a lot of it and I think it'll look good for a floor. And then we'll figure out the walls in a minute. Look, guys, I'm trying to be decorative and nice, right? But first things first, we absolutely want this to be filled in properly, right? And then we probably want you this, and we'll turn off fuzzy mode. And that should be cool. Alright, that's a nice looking floor. And I mean, I really like this scoria stuff. This is cool looking. I'm debating if I want that to be my walls. I don't know, we'll see. Alright guys, so I've collected a bunch of my Powah-based stuff because it's Powah time. Time to play with some Powah. And I want to point out something about the quest book in this mod pack. It's probably a good thing. I think I like it. Note that any start to a quest line, so for example, I'll pick what we're doing soon, which is refined storage. The first thing is a checkmark quest that you actually have to check the box to receive the rewards. Generally, it gives you the tool for the mod, which is nice. And then future quests after that will be the crafting-based ones. So Powah I started with a while ago, but I never checked the box on the Welcome to Powah quest. So I did that just now. I clicked the box, and then boom, all these things are unlocked. And I immediately got all the resource mod things, so that's cool. So I got a Powah loot box. Oh, that's cool. I got a new basic energy cell. That's fancy. I'm excited about that. What else are we gonna get here from rewards? I like getting rewards. Furnator. I got some blocks of coal and another Powah loot box. It gave me a Powah aerial pearl. Use an aerial pearl on a zombie or husk. Okay. It's apparently a player transmitter tool, so it's used for making power transmitter things. Cool. That's neat. That's a thing that we just got as a reward that I'm excited about a little bit. We're gonna have to find a place to put all this junk. Probably in a minute. This has been my miscellaneous Powah quest and chest and a few other things. What other goodies are we gonna get here? An energy cell. Quest reward got us something. I can't quite tell what. I'm just gonna assume I got something cool. And the Magmator got me a bucket of lava. Alright, I don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do, just to, you know, maintain inventory space. So hey, I got an extra energy cell, so that's kind of cool. So I broke the one that I had there already. Now, can I combine these two? I can upgrade them, but I can't combine them. But that's okay. We'll deal with things in a bit. So anyway, let's head into our basement here and get Powah up and running. And I also, real quick off camera, crafted a few basic energy cables. So most things in this mod are tiered. So you can see there's basic energy cables that can do 1.4 thousand RF a tick. Then there's hardened that do 5. Then there's blazing that does 18, 40, 90, and 200,000 RF a tick. Cool. And the same for your generators. So the Furnator, the basic one, generates 70 RF a tick, and then 180, and then 400, and then 900, yada, yada, yada. Same deal for Magmators, 70, 180, 400, 900, 2K, 4.8K, and that straight up the line there. So there's also solar panels that we might break into at some point. The toppest of the tiers generates 720 RF a tick. Not bad for a solar panel. And I mean, even the basic ones do 220. Now, they are going to need some photoelectric panes that look a little bit pricey, but not too terrible. So, I mean, 100% maybe yes. I mean, that's... I'm just doing the math here in my head. That's a lot of RF a tick for the basic tier, and also for passive power gen off light. So I think that might be a very soon to make thing. But either way, let's get the Powah system up and running. So I'm going to get my basic Magmator down here. And what I'll probably want is my ender tank just chilling on top of it, set to dump that into there. Now, I wonder if these guys can multi-block themselves, because I'm not 100% sure if they do. So this is a 1 million. This is the full one already, right? And that's cool. Now, his side config, I guess extract means he's exporting energy. And this guy, receive and extract. So all are receive and extract. So if I popped another one next to you, would you balance in some way, shape, or form? He doesn't seem to. So how about on the west, we set him to receive. And over here, we'll set you to extract. Cool. But now he's kind of multi-blocky, right? Because everybody else is receive and extract. So he'll dump all his power into this one, and then this one will recharge off of that one. And we'll wind up upgrading this in a bit. But now we've basically got 2 million RF of storage, right? And the lava will slowly fill up our battery, which works for me. Cool. And then we've got some energy cables that we can do, you know, fancy energy cable-y things with. Now, most of the machines that we're going to want to upgrade here are going to require materials that have to be crafted using the energizing system from Powah. So we're going to need an energizing orb and energizing rods in order to, in this example, combine either iron and gold or copper and gold into energized steel. That'll give you access to tier 2 materials. Tier 3 requires blazing crystals, which are also produced here with blaze rods or powder. Tier 4 is basically the same deal, but with diamonds. Tier 5, which is basically the same deal, but with emeralds. And finally, I think Tier 6 is basically, again, the same deal, but with nether stars, blocks of redstone, and blocks of blazing crystal, which are these guys. So your top tier, pricey, right, also has a 20 million RF cost to crafting it, because these guys basically beam energy into the orb. So each one of these crafts is going to be a bit of a power hog, right? So 10,000 RF, no big deal for that early tier 1. But as we get higher up, it's going to get more and more expensive to generate those resources, right? These guys cost 1 million RF each, which, you know, depending on the stage of the game, is either a lot or nothing. And probably for us right now, it's a lot. But, you know, in a week or two, it'll be a laughably small amount. Now, I think the very next thing I would like to do, if you guys are down with it, would be to store most of these resources temporarily. And my plan will be to start working on refined storage, because I'd like to very quickly get refined storage up and running. And then once we have it up and running, we can start setting it up over there in the main base and start transitioning to living over there. Sound like a plan? Hope so, because that's basically what we're doing. So I'm going to snag you guys, make sure I have plenty of iron. I know I'm going to need a lot of redstone. I'm probably going to need some lapis and some diamonds. I know I'm probably going to need also a bunch of gold. So a bunch of resources that we're going to need. And then, like I said, the best way to make sure that you're starting... I've decided to turn this chest up here into a tools chest, because, boy, do I have a lot of wrenches. And we're about to get another one, because it's time to break into refined storage. Which, I mean, yes, you guys have probably seen me do this plenty of times. But it's all good. Because I get to play with refined storage. One of my favorite mods, obviously. Obviously one of my favorite mods. And that's right, string and slime balls are going to be an important part of what I work on shortly here. So let's break into this mod. So I know there's a few things we're going to want from refined. First things first, we're going to want a controller. We're going to want some cables. We're going to want a disk drive. I would like to start probably... Should I just start with a 64K storage disk? Let's see if we can pull that off. It's a lot of crafting, but I think it's doable. I think it's doable. And then we're also going to want the terminals, right? So we're going to want the grids. So we're going to start with a crafting grid, and then we'll expand into auto crafting and all the other fun things from there, right? Wireless and yada, yada, yada. Ooh, look at that large pattern. Refined storage, large patterns. That's cool. McCrayfis is more furniture mod. That is not refined storage. That is the more furniture mod, which somewhere has an REF. Yes, more furniture, the RENF from furniture. That's funny. Okay, but yes, that is refined. There we go. That's a little bit more filtered. It's a little bit more filtered. All right, anything else we're going to need right now? So I know we're going to need to make a bunch of these. So we're going to need silicon, which in this pack is smelted. Oh, look at that. Crusher lime sand from Create. Smelting quartz. Just checking to see. Pulverizing lime sand. What is lime sand? Sandstone turns into lime sand and sometimes bone meal? Or regular sand, I mean. That's cool. I feel like the crusher I'm going to wind up using more. Oh, look at that. Lime sand can make you silicon? So you telling me if I put sand into my water system? Not for nothing. Not for nothing, but if I put sand, will you also do that in the... It might just be regular sand that does it. I don't see it doing it with not regular sand. But I'm just curious, I want to try it. And boy, is it already nighttime again. It happens so much for me. But I think, if I'm reading this correctly, that I'd throw this, and we should pretty much get silicon, right? Because sand goes into the crusher, and we'll get lime sand and sometimes bone meal. And then the lime sand, when it gets washed, turns into silicon. Not 100% chance, but like enough of a chance that it's worth doing. Bad creeper. No. My oh my, it is actually working. That is cool. That is actually quite cool. We're going to have to do something about this because that is neato burrito. That is cool. We're going to have to absolutely do something with that. So what I'm thinking I want to do is maybe modifying this. I'm probably going to want to put it... Where am I going to want to put it? I'm probably going to want to put it here. Have another one of those so that anything that's not a... Basically the opposite of this filter would get pulled down, right? And so I'd basically copy that filter but make it the opposite. Have it go down into some kind of chest system, so that we can collect anything that we run through that system. Because there's other things besides ores that we're going to start wanting to process over there. But that's cool. So if we got some chutes, and we got a smart chute, and we put you away, and then we wanted the good kind of filter, right? The attribute filter? Yeah. Couple of you and a little bit of you. Attribute filter, good to go. And basically, let's just review what we've got here. So this thing has just the tag of forged nuggets. So basically we're going to want to blacklist forged nuggets, right? So your whitelist forged nuggets, we're going to deny list forged nuggets. So all I need is a quickie. Do you have a forged nugget on you? Do you have the forged nugget tag? So if I throw the reference item in there, tagged forged nuggets, yeah, that's what I want. But we want to deny list you. And that sounds cool, right? There we go. So deny list forged nuggets, okay? And then we can smart shoot you with a chest. So I don't need this no mores. I try to always have wood on me at this stage of the game because there's always random needs here. So we do that, we do this, we put the filter on, and now anything that's not a forged nugget should get pulled into there. Cool. So I guess my concern, actually, my concern probably would be that that's actually not perfect, because when it's still in the sand state, it'll drop into there, won't it? That is true. That is true. So what I might want to do, can I, oh, there we go, perfect. So I'll probably want, we'll add that, and then this will be like a accumulated whitelist, right? So like bone meal is also going to have to be a thing. Can be crushed. Add opposite attribute list? Okay, I'm not sure what that does. Well, it's just... So forge silicon we want on here. Forge fertilizer we want on here. I guess. And that's good enough for now, just to do the sand thing. Let me go get more sand and test this. So now, in theory, I should be able to make my silicon by just doing this. Because the problem would be this crushed sand, or whatever it's called, would drop into the chest right now, which is not what we want, obviously. Right? We want to make sure it's silicon before it drops in there. Now, there's going to be a few other things in the future that we're going to wind up wanting to pull off this belt, and we're just going to have to figure out how we handle that. If it's something that doesn't need to be washed, we could have another chute here on the right and filter, like, other things. So kind of like this, but we should probably remove cobblestone as the filter, but it should wind up, and not be a drawer, but, like, you know, it should be a chest, and it should allow other things, like, you know, the occasional other material that might show up here. But the gist is that this actually works out pretty nicely. Look at that. Silicon for days. Holy cow. That is actually beautiful. I'm going to throw 2 more stacks in here and just let this go to town. And we'll be back in a minute. Also, I was told that I should put a chute here to prevent items from accumulating there. Is that accurate-ish, I think? Let's just make sure it still works. But that'll prevent those items from sitting there and potentially despawning at some point. Yeah, so now rather than them sitting there in the world, quote unquote, it's actually sitting there inside the chute. See, it contains lime sand. And I guess that causes backstuffing, actually. If you look at it, we've backstuffed our belts here. That's better, actually. That's a lot better. So having the chute there is definitely a good way to go. I like that. So I think an episode or 2 back, somebody put a comment there that I should have set that up, and that is 100% the right call. You are absolutely correct. That is the way to go. Neat. And yeah, that's actually nice because it does actually backstuff the system, which is I would say that's a benefit. 100% that's a benefit to the way to go. And then things wash nicely too. And a few people have commented that I don't need 5 fans now because of the way I set this up. You are correct, but also we're washing 5 items at once. So having the 5 fans still helps, in my opinion. That's the beauty of Create, is that you can, there's like 16 different ways to do the same thing, and none of them is right, and none of them is wrong. Like, if you want to build that with 1 fan and max speed, go ahead. I like it the way it is, because that's the way I built it, and that's what's awesome about Create, right? Like, you can literally build it however you want, and it'll work out. Cool? Alright, real quickie, refine storage, get up and go. Bum, 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 bum. So we're definitely going to want some quartz enriched iron, so I'm going to get, like, probably 2 stacks? Sounds like a good starting point for that. And then we can rapidly get ourselves we're going to want a bunch of this. So let's get, that should be 2 stacks. Yeah, I like that. Enough for now, at least. And we're definitely going to want about 8 of those. That's a good start. We're going to want 16, sounds like a good number there. I didn't mean to get 40 of those, but we'll eventually use them. It's all good. It's all good. And then these all need to be smelted, as I recall. And luckily we have a... Let's try a 256. Wow, that is fast. Wow, that is fast. I don't think I needed it to be that fast. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. And look, quests! And that got me more quartz enriched iron, so yay. Sweet. So now the controller's ready to go. So we definitely want that bad boy. So we're going to want one of you, which is going to need some kind of... Does marble work? Marble might work. And I'm going to need more extra silicon. Yeah, marble works. Sweet. That's good times. And I'm going to complete the quests as I get them because it's going to get me extra things. We're also going to want some cabling. I thought I had more redstone, but maybe I didn't get enough of it. Am I low on redstone? It's impossible that I'm low on redstone, right? Maybe not. I haven't been mining since, like, the Mining Gadgets episode. So, yeah, that's very possible that I'm low on redstone. It's very possible that I'm low on redstone. What is... Oh, storage is a thing. Oh, cool. Hey, Miner's Delight. Don't mind if I do. I have no idea what I just got a bunch of. I think resources? Yeah. A bunch of resources just spilled all over the ground. Thanks. Thanks, quest book. Appreciate it. Very useful. Okay. I may not need lapis right now, so I'm just going to clean that up. So that's you're complete. Let's get our disk drive. So that'll be cool. And now we just need a chest. So disk drive is complete. Cables is complete. Let's get ourselves a grid. That's right. We're going to want a little bit of glowstone. And we're going to probably want some glass. I wonder if connecting glass will work, because I've got 3 of those, and I would like to not have 3 of those, if that's possible. It will work. Sweet. Inventory issues as usual. Let's put away you guys, and I don't think I need this dirt at the moment. Cool. And then you with quartz for the destruction dude, and that'll make you craftable. And then we want a crafting table to make a crafting grid. And that's cool. Perfect. Beautiful. And then the last thing we want is the storage drives. So in order to make 1 of these, we're going to need 3 of these, which is 9 of these, right? Which is 27 of these. So how close are we to having 27 of these? Not actually that far off. I think probably our limiting factor is the clear glass. Am I right on that? Yes. So if I were to, real quick, can I turn you into glass? Apparently, yes, I can. Which is exciting news. Yeah, we're doing fine. Can you tell there's been gaps in my episode today? Can you tell? It's just the way things go sometimes, folks. It's the way things go. Okay. So now, are you going to tell me that I can make 27 of these things? Because that would be super cool. Where are these 1K storage parts? 15. We're getting close. We're going to need more silicon. All right. But I could probably do it. And having a 64 out the gate would be really actually pretty nice. We have more silicon here, right? Or did I? Nope, we do. Cool. So it's close, 22. What are we short on? Actually, just more glass, yeah. So I need 5 more of these. Okay. And then they can turn into you. Now, what else am I missing here? We're going to need more basic processors. I feel like that's not going to be enough, but it'll be okay. And redstone, of all things. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually low on redstone. What do I do with these to make redstone? I can do that. Can you, like, crushing wheel it or something? You can. And that actually gets you a hefty amount of redstone from it. My concern, obviously, being that I don't have a good way to collect that stuff, but I think we could pull it off by adding it to the filter, right? I think that'll work. And I'm just going to hope that washing redstone doesn't do anything. This is a situation where it should really go into this. This is very much the go into there solution because we don't actually want the redstone washed. So let's get inventory issues as usual. A chest here instead of this. Yeah, drawer request complete. Hooray. Just loading up inventory, don't mind me. So what we'll want here is instead of you, we're going to want like a proper filter. So do we want an attribute filter again? Or I guess attribute filter should work. So yeah, we'll do 2 of you and some, put you and you away, wool. I always forget not to mouse wheel when looking at that, because it's just my instinct. It's just my instinct. It's just the way it goes. Forge Dust's redstone. Cool. So I put that on there. And then I guess we'll also want cobblestone. Forge cobblestone. And then we pop that guy back on there, put a few of these in. And what we should get, you should have picked up the cobble. Why didn't you pick up the cobble? Aren't you forged cobble? Did you not, is it not too fast? Is it too, like, did it happen too fast? What happened there? Why didn't you get cobble? Did I, oh, I might not have hit the plus. Forge cobblestone, plus, and then check. Yeah. That's what happens when the phone rings. They were trying to reach me about my car's extended warranty. Which, as you know, is very important. Hey, look at all that redstone. Holy cow, that's going to be a lot of redstone. Cool. All right, so let's do this. Let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time and get refined storage up and running, because it shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm just going to teleport home, because that's a very convenient way to get home. And I shouldn't have a problem at this point getting more 4K storage parts converted. But we're going to definitely need more of these iron doohickeys. So I'll probably want to process iron. Do we have iron chunks in here? Yeah, we totally have iron chunks in here. And in theory, the changes I just made to my crushing wheel should have made no difference. And that's pretty awesome. So this should still process things correctly. See, it's not picking up any of the things that it shouldn't be, and it's still gonna stamp it up right after washing. And we'll still get the cobblestone in here that we would expect, which is great. Cool. So loads more iron, which is a good time, and I like it. Cool. All right, wrapping up point. Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. I will have crafted the 64K storage part. Then we will build the refined storage system. Then we'll transfer all our stuff into it. And then we'll probably do a couple upgrades to refined storage, maybe some basic auto crafting. Definitely want wireless access to it. And we'll go from there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.